going on, everybody? We're back with week 6 of chart analysis. We're just going to keep continuing to do this because it's fun. That's about it. The biggest thing this week is staying locked in. And this is not just in the market, it's in life. Like, it's seriously just like staying locked in, avoiding things that you don't need to be doing, right? So you can wake up and be sharp when you're trading. So that's what we're working on in life, and I think it'll translate to the charts and seeing green. You know, it's not all about the green, it's about setting stop losses. It's about being consistent with your risk. It's about standardizing your trade size. It's about collecting data instead of being emotional. Because truly, like, price is well, I guess price is not necessarily objective. But like green and red is objective, right? You can either choose to be offended, or just choose to act accordingly, act unemotionally. Yes, we're still paying tuition in the market. We're still paying tuition. But yeah, we closed off a really red day on Friday. I didn't trade Friday because my mind was just kind of fried. Because it's still like the learning phase. It's just like picking up anything. It's tiring. But we're here. We're here. And yes, charts look beautiful right now. Yeah, I'm just going to go over what I have for some watch lists. And the biggest thing I'm working on this week is actually staying locked in real life. Staying locked in life. Staying disciplined in life. Because it's going to translate to the charts, right? And the charts are what can make you your money. And it's like if you really think about this, like, this is where money is. It's right here on these charts. This is where money, like, it's all money. Instead of needing to work for years and years and years just to gather more responsibility and stress, like, you can just get good at this. And all the important money in the world is in the stock market. I mean, the US stock market is like the best thing in the United States. Like, seriously. Think of how much money is just in these little candles. You know what I mean? And like, these lines on the screen can make you this reactive, this emotional. It's just crazy. Oh, ooh, look at Tesla here, actually. Look at this. Found support here. This is actually a key level, folks. I was just thinking about money, and then went to the Tesla chart because we know how much the boy Elon's worth. And a lot of his money is on this chart. That's like the point I'm trying to make is, like, this is where all the money is. It's on these charts. It's in these companies. So why not play the game where all the money is? Why not play the game where all the money is? Why not get good at that game? You know? Instead of needing to be paid by some employer in a flooded job market where you need to show up on Monday. Listen, it's fine. Like, it doesn't really, like, it's fine. You know what I mean? But, like, the point is like, play a different game, man. Play a different game. So as you can see, look, support resistance right here. I mean, you could just say you could play Tesla on a support bounce. Right? Resistance level right here. Broke resistance. Boom. This was an earlier breakout. Even slight resistance right there. You could even say it was a little bit of resistance right there on this flag. Look at Tesla, man. Thing ripped. Wow. Tesla, it's not bullish. It's not bullish, but it looks like you could bounce from support. Everything in the chart is saying continued downside, but you could catch a bounce. There's been 2 really big red flags already. Tesla's at 370. I'm just gonna watch that just in case, like a potential bounce. You know what I mean? At support. Just on the daily. See? Basically, it would just be a continuation probably until you could probably get like a... It's really not the best risk reward. Look, reject. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't harm having that chart. So AAOI has been ripping. Potential, basically same thing on Tesla. It sold off 14% on Friday, which is insane. I mean, is it insane? That's how the market's been. So like, I started trading this past June. So I've almost traded for a year. Not even. It's been like almost 8 months, I think. Yeah, I feel like I've learned so much. And the fact that I'm still doing it, still in the market, still filming videos is a good thing. And it's just because it's just like, this is where all the money is. Like, I'm just trying to, like, make that clear. Like, this is the game to learn if you want to just strictly make money. Right? Like, I don't know why I keep, like, it's just like, that's what this is. So yeah, we're on the 21-day EMA if the uptrend is going to continue. Support bounce, AAOI. It's been ripping. And remember, the one thing that I've needed to work on is, like, not being scared to hop into stocks that are showing strength. I know it sounds crazy to say that. Sounds crazy. But, like, I guess I did this. Dude, look how close we got to stopping out. Literally at our level. Look at that. And then look at this stock. Our stop loss did get notified, but it didn't actually trigger. So if we lose this level 33, 35, like, I just gotta be out. Look how close, dude. It's so close, man. It just wants to touch it. Just wants to reach it. It's just trading stocks that are in an uptrend. Like, yeah, it might pull back, but look. It's a long-term trend. Look at this. Do you really want to be out of this? Do you really want to exit that? No. It's just getting better at holding winners, cutting losers. And another thing is managing risk relative to your own position. Managing risk relative to your own position. So earlier this week, or last week, I took a trade on Rocket Lab. Right? Call option. And unfortunately, what day was this? It was... Dude, I don't even remember. I didn't trade Friday. I'm, like, pretty sure it was Thursday. I guess I can look. Yeah, so I took a $71 call on Thursday, and look, it closed at $72, damn near $73. So, how did you lose this trade? It's a great question. Well, I still remember the candle I entered on, and it's just like, Brody. It's like, bro, why? But yeah, so we basically entered on this candle. Like, I swear to you. Yep, I remember the doji. The doji. I remember this doji candle, and I entered on this one right here. And then I entered on this boy right here to stop out. Because look. So I entered on the doji, right? Which means kind of indecision. We're still below the 21 EMA as well. So we entered on this doji, which is honestly not a great idea, entering on a doji. Because look, we started losing strength. And then I stopped out. I had to stop out because I was already down like 20% pretty quick. I remember watching this candle. Watch. This is the candle. We're creating a candle here. So I entered on this doji, right? Entered right here. I'm like, okay. Because why? Why did I enter? Good question. Why did I enter? Well, it looks like, we could break support, right? Or break resistance. We had this market bias showing decreasing selling pressure. We had this showing strong buying pressure, right? Buying pressure right there on the BX. And that's not necessarily when you want to enter. The best entry is when, like, near the start of the trend. So I would have gotten a better entry even on this candle. But we entered up here. So say I entered top of this candle. I mean, it's not that great of an entry. Anyways, digression aside, we entered on this doji, and then this candle formed right here. You know what it did? As soon as we entered, did this. Right. So what are you going to do? Are you just going to hold that? No, you should be scared to hold losers. You should be scared to hold losers. You have to manage risk relative to your position. So I managed risk relative to my position and lost 20% in like 5 minutes. Just because I got a bad entry. And then look what happened. Oh, 20 minutes later, we're above our entry and we rip. What do you do? What do you do? You don't enter on a doji. You get in earlier, preferably. But it's just like managing your risk, right? If I'm not comfortable losing more than 25, 30%, I'm going to have to cut it. You know what I mean? And like, no way we're here that we're not down like 40%. Right? The dangerous thing, though, is that your options contracts also like wick, just like these candles. So like the option contract would probably get like minus 40%. Like you're like minus 40% right down here. You're like, yeah, you probably should have stopped out right there. And then, wow, and then it reverses. The point is, it's just trying to get the right entry. It's a hard game, right? Because, oh, I could have entered down here. Oh, I could have entered right here on this candle or right here. It's just like probably better to wait for confirmation. HIMS. I mean, if you have been in the market, you know that this thing totally gapped up 40%. 57%. That's actually kind of insane. 57% gap up. End phase is more about solar, just solar in general, renewable energy. And look how beaten down that is. Tesla, as we just saw, potential support bounce. It doesn't look good, like, honestly. Another stocks that I want to start buying, Meta. I had Meta shares a little bit ago, but I think I had the wrong philosophy around them, and we're just gonna hold them till like I just didn't have the right idea around them. So I don't have any meta right now, but it looks like I'll be getting a better price anyways. Look at these moving averages. Like, this is not like good, right? Amazon. The stock I'm looking at is AMD. Stock's just insanely strong. Be nice if we filled this gap. It'd be amazingly nice. If you could get AMD around 170. Dude, I still remember I had an AMD call this week. I promise you. And then it hit my price target. And then it gapped up. But can't predict the future. Yeah, I've been sold on the fact that AMD is an extremely important AI infrastructure company, so am looking to buy some of this because this is just the beginning, in my opinion. Remember that Nvidia forecasted like 1 trillion in revenue end of 2027. 1 trillion in revenue. So, AMD is worth about 1/12 of Nvidia in terms of market cap. So, we're trading bullish market structure. Looks solid, man. Looks solid. I hope it drops more. I hope Amazon drops more. I hope Meta drops more. I hope it all drops more. I hope QQQ drops. You're like, why? Why do you want that? Why do you want that to happen? Why? Because I want to trade the downside. I want to trade the downside because, one, it's easier to make money on a short if it's actually... That's not even necessarily true. Right? Really? Like, oh, the one time you buy a put, then it decides to go up. Like, yeah, I get that. But I want stocks to drop because I'm a buyer, right? Like, I'm a buyer. Like, I ain't retiring type beat. You know what I mean? So I have QQQM in my Roth, right? So I'm trying to buy this way cheaper. You feel me? I'm trying to dollar cost average. That's the play. Dollar cost average into all your positions. So if you say you have $400 that you want to spend on stocks, okay, just play the patience game and spend that over like 2 weeks. Don't just lump sum 400 right away. Like, okay, I know I'm gonna spend this much, but I'm gonna give it 2 weeks to just follow through. Hopefully we get some cheaper stock. Then I guess I don't know if I've gone over my Roth holdings, but VTI, it's just like, if you believe in the market should go up over time until something crazy happens. And if something crazy happens, I made a YouTube short about this, like, there's no certainty in the market. Nothing's certain. Nothing is certain. So yeah, the market could literally just cease to exist, right? And if that happens, then like, we're all cooked probably. Like, it's not a financial problem anymore. It's a life or death problem probably. Like, unless it's just something. But the panicking in your mind that, oh my gosh, the market's no longer gonna exist. It's just tweakish. Like, you might as well. I mean, money is fake to begin with, right? Money doesn't, like, fiat currency doesn't have intrinsic value. All what society deems value, right? So I don't know why you'd let this uncertainty about a fiat currency determine how you live your conscious life in your healthy body that you have in this life, right? And you get to share the consciousness, the overall energy of life, and you're gonna let a dollar bill determine that. And you're like, but like a lot of people need to do that. A lot of people can't cover their rent. Listen, I am blessed. Like, I am truly blessed to be in the situation I am, to be able to work and to be able to learn skills. Okay, truly, seriously. But like, I think more people can learn skills, right? The people that are like sitting around doing nothing, like why should they earn anything? They're not doing anything. Sorry, I'm just like tweaking, but the point is, like, if I held my Roth for 40 years, that's equivalent to me buying, like, this is only like less than 20 years of compounding. VTI began in 2001, so it's been a thing for like 26 years. You would think it just continues to exist. I mean, maybe it just goes away. I don't know. You literally don't know. But here, like, once again, bear market 2022, right? Bear market. Oh no. But look, you say you bought from the lows, you got a 26% discount on a VTI, basically the entire market. You're like, why VTI? Why aren't you picking stocks? Dude, because I have time to compound ETFs. ETFs are going to compound. ETFs are a lot less volatile than individual stocks. The goal is compounding with time. That's going to pay you. QQQM, VTI, and AVUV, which is a small cap value ETF. And then I also stock pick. So it's some ETF holdings just to soothe volatility, and then we have upside. I'm buying SoFi. Look at this. I still remember making this Fibonacci. I'm like, no way this hits this. Look where we are. And look what it's doing. It's literally chilling right here at support. I'm buying SoFi, dollar cost averaging in a SoFi every day. There's so many good stocks you can buy. It's just, if you're not like a super experienced investor, I'm not saying I am, but I'm willing to try my hand at picking stocks. Buy ETFs and let them compound. Don't waste the time. Don't buy dumb shit. Like if you bought an ETF versus gambled, or like anything, it's just like buying ETFs, you can just like turn off the thought process and you just do it. It's just the action, and it will more than likely pay you in the long run. Once again, barring the fact that the market completely disintegrates. And if that does, we're cooked either way. Right? So, if you have that philosophy, then you just act. You'll just do your best to make money, do your best to learn skills, put it back in, let it grow. At some point, you can buy other investments. Right now, I'm starting with stocks and sticking with stocks because I enjoy stocks. I could talk about stocks for hours. I'm filming videos on stocks. It's the way I think. It's changed the way I think about money. It's why I put most of my money. Most of my money is going to learning the market, investing. And it's fun. Like, it's straight up fun. Okay, it's fun to just look at charts. I promise, like, literally, this is fun. Like, you look like you're having a lot of fun. Bro, I promise, bro. Like, I'm just happy I found them because it's the way I think my personality is, and I don't necessarily have to depend on anyone to do the work or stay locked in. That's the biggest thing I'm telling you. It's the sleep. It's the choices you make are gonna reflect at some point. At some point, they're gonna reflect. Okay, and these habits you build as a young 20-some, or even I compared it today. I was walking. I'm like, the habits you build now in your early 20s are just like the language skills you built when you were, 8. Like, oh, you know English pretty well, right? If you're, you know what I mean, or where your English, your language skills are pretty much just dialed in. Like, you're good with those, right? Just like your habits are just gonna get deeper. They're just gonna get deeper, okay? People are like, oh yeah, after college I'm gonna stop going out. I'm gonna stop like partying. I mean, not even partying, just like coping with alcohol or numbing stuff. Listen, nobody needs to be perfect. You don't need to be some monk. My point, but like, bro, stop throwing your progress away. Like, stop unlocking every weekend just because it's the weekend. Like, that doesn't get you anywhere. I'm trying to fucking get to a fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like a balcony. Ain't nobody getting that. That's just doing the same old shit everyone else is doing. I'm not trying to work in your office and deal with your stupid fucking office politics. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna play the same. I'm not lining up at a fucking career fair. Okay? Because I get to write my ticket. And you can too. You can write your own fucking ticket. The biggest thing is, you don't need to ask for permission. You don't need to ask for permission because you're not going to get it. You just need to do it. You need to do it. You need to stop telling people to do it or what you're doing. You need to stop asking, is this okay to do? Like, yeah, it's okay to do. You can do whatever the hell you want. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's stopping you. And it's just a constant battle of getting better. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to get the bottom tick entry. You're not going to do all those things. You're not just going to live in bliss all 24/7 after you make good money trading. No. It's a continual process. Even if you don't trade, right? Even if whatever you do, it just continues. It continues. Let's find more charts, boy. Bro, I hope AMD drops, bro. Why? Because I like the company and I'm trying to buy it. Type beat. Okay? Like, that's it. That's it. AMD dropped to 170. Bro, fill this gap. Further. You know what I mean? Further. Fill the gap further. That's why I'm also buying Amazon SoFi, because I want them to keep dropping. I want you to keep dropping. Drop. Drop further. Even if we hit, like, I mean, Amazon was sitting in the 190s, just like a little. Yeah, it just hypes me up. You just gotta think, like, dude, time's gonna compound these boys as long as these companies exist. A guy I like to watch on YouTube is Jeremy LeBefour. I don't know. I definitely said his last name wrong, but like the financial education channel. That boy's sick. That boy sold me on AMD. He sold me on AMD. And his thoughts on Amazon is that everyone should own Amazon. So I agree. I mean, you use Amazon a lot. And if you don't personally use Amazon, guess what? Yes, you do. Because Amazon Web Service powers so much. Like, I remember AWS was down, Robinhood was down, or Canvas for school was down. So you think you don't use Amazon? Well, you probably do. That's the difference. AMD, once again, trying to see this. If you can see down here, the market cap $328 billion. I know Nvidia's still the leader, bro, but 4.2 trillion. Like, literally a 12x, which is insane to think about. 12x, motherfucker, 12x. I'm just saying I'd rather buy AMD than Nvidia, right? Because before Nvidia stock split, it was like $1,200 a share. So like right now, because they did a 10-to-1, you'd be paying $1,700 a share. I don't know how many splits Nvidia has done, but yeah, 1,700, bro. Obviously it's 172, but the shares are diluted. AMD, it's not a small market. This is not a small company, but relative to Nvidia, it's quite small, and it's still just as important as a company. So I'm really looking forward to getting my first little position in AMD. Yes. Yes. Look at that. What else? What else, gang? God damn. Ain't no way, bro. I had a chart on this. I mark out. Damn, boy. Say, damn, boy. I probably would have stopped out of that shit. That sheet. I'm just gonna use my boy watch list. Oh yeah, another thing I looked at today was so what I'm gonna do here is add a watch list here, add a section. So we got some work to do tomorrow. But I love to hear that. Let's go, boy. Bro, what? Say, let's go. Hey, let's go, boy. Let's put it at previous day high right now. Like, so how do you get pre-market? You just do, whoops. What the heck? Boy. Bro. Oh, there we go. So it's intraday. You need it intraday. So how do you get pre-market? ETH. Ethereum. You're like, what, bro? You tweaking. Let's see if this stock even trades right now. It's just extended trading hours. Ethereum. Okay, we don't need to take like the long route on this, bro. Look at that crispy base. Say, bro, you goofy as hell. I like Reddit, bro. I'm trying to buy shares on Reddit. Type beat. Bro, Iron, you gotta break out, bro. Like, type beat. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, that's my average cost. I'm not gonna move that. Say, bro's exposing himself. Bro, I don't want Ragalav to draw, bro. Please, no. You can't do this. No. Say no. Don't you dare do this. Oh no, Microsoft. Oh, bad boy. Say you a freak, boy. We'll just see. No bias, huh? No bias, huh? Dude, I still remember October 10th. Oh my gosh. I still remember that day, my boy. I'm just saying, yes, the market looks good. Yo, I'm bullish. Yo, I'm bullish as hell. Yo, I'm super bullish right now. Like, nah, bro. You crazy. Brody, you crazy. If you bullish, you a freak. High key, bro. High key agree with all these. Let's go. Bro, I'm telling you, ASTS is another stock I want to buy. Damn. You're like, really? Look at that. Market cap, 34 bill. 34 bills. Another good way to look at the stock is like buying their market cap. It's like AMD, for example. I'd be buying a $300 billion company versus NVIDIA. I'd be buying a $4,000 billion company. So yeah, it's been a minute long video here. Tomorrow we'll just mark these levels on these stocks and That's it. I'd do some back testing after this too, actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah, it's just simple stuff, man. It's staying locked in real life, and whatever that means for you is something doesn't might not mean something for something else. You know, it's we all know the things we need to work on, the habits you want to fix, the goals you have. You all know it, right? So it's good. You know, just keep grinding. Keep grinding. It's not even grinding. It's just like keep trusting the process. You know, be your own best advocate. Do the things that you want to do in your life. Like you don't really aren't forced to do anything either. You know. So certainty is never guaranteed, but one thing you can be certain about is if you don't try, someone else will just tell you what to do the rest of your life. So you might as well like give it a shot, take risks at doing something that you want to do. So that's it. That's it. Just keep playing the game. Keep playing the game. And at the end of the day, we're all just energy, right? We're all just energy in this existence. It's not really that deep. And once again, if you're like sitting somewhere doing something you really don't like, wasting your time, that time you have as a conscious being on this planet, wasting it, it's just, I don't know. I mean, you don't know. But find the things you like and continue with them. All right, let's get it. See you later. Let's go.